cloud tonight. All right. And then let me go ahead and get a couple more people made co-host to help with the room.
It is gone.
There we go. And then I'll click that. We're getting all the buttons clicked. All right. Friends, we have so much to be excited about tonight. Alicia and I have been spending quite a bit of time together and chit-chatting. And if she doesn't have a DMO dialed in, she's not going to get anything done in her life. Like nothing is going to get done in her life because she's so busy. And I'm going to let her tell you about all the things she has going at any one given time between her kids, their businesses. They have Airbnbs. She's on the boards of all the things. Okay. She has her own podcast. She has her own coaching programs. She is literally one of the busiest humans I know. So how can someone that busy be able to get results in this industry and she literally went Sapphire so incredibly quickly, and she did not have any experience in this industry. So how does that happen? You have to be intentional with your time. It's not, I think sometimes people think that some of the things they're doing are in fact income producing and they're working because they're doing something in the business, but it's not something that moves the needle in the business. And so who needs sleep? No doubt. Once you get intentional about what you do in the business, it changes the results you get in the business. And here's what I always say: busy people get things done. They just do. They prioritize the important things and they get those done. And so when we were chatting, I was like, I would love so much if you would come on, because she's not just busy in one area of life. It's one thing if you're just have kids, or if you just have a job, or if you just volunteer to do things, or if you're just a foster parent, or if you just are a military spouse. She's all of those things. Like all of those things at one time. Plus, she is in the 1% in network marketing. And so I am so excited for you to get to hear from her. She has a heart of gold. She loves people so incredibly fiercely and so well. How many of you have ever gotten to be around Alicia and her family? They will just make you cackle and laugh. They are the just purest people to their core, and they are so much fun to be around. I got the pleasure of going to freaking Spearfish, South Dakota. Okay. I didn't even know this place existed on the map, to just spend some time with them when she did a local event there. And it was so much fun, just beautiful country. And you guys are going to be so blessed by her tonight. So get your pens, get your paper, text your teams, put it in your chats, put it in your groups, whatever you got to do. When it's over, get them the recording, because if you've got people saying, I'm just too busy, or if you're talking to people who say, I'm too busy, I don't know how to fit this in, this is where you need to hear these stories, and you need to make mental notes of these stories. So when you're talking to Jackie and Jackie's like, listen, Lisa Ann, I can't, I'm too busy, you're going to be able to say, let me tell you about my friend Alicia and how she's earning an additional $60,000 a year on the side doing this in her very busy life. Be a story collector. So listen to the details of her story, and then also listen to her tell you exactly how she's getting things done. Alicia, take it away.
Oh my goodness, holy buckets. Thank you, Tina. like thank you for one, letting me be on here to just share with you guys the power of having a DMO, the power of actually having a routine in place to grow your business. Like Tina said, my life it's crazy. It's really busy. And sometimes I think, maybe I'll, get into a stage where it's going to slow down a little bit. And what I'm finding is it keeps getting busier and busier, especially as I really begin to walk out more of the purpose that God has given me. And I know that so many of you guys have heard of, I'm so passionate about purpose, living a life of purpose, living a life that is full of intention. And so one of the things that I first want to go into before I really dial in on the DMO and get down to the nitty gritty practical stuff, right? Like I love talking big pictures. I love talking ideas. And I think that's so powerful because it is at the core of who you are. You have to do some shifting in your heart and in your mind to really get a DMO running the way it should. So I'm going to talk about that first, but then we will get down to how do we do it? because that when I can talk all about this big stuff, but then it's like, okay, Alicia, now what? And so, so just make sure that you are here throughout this whole thing as I really break it down for you. But let me start with just one, hitting into the point of you have to live with intention. You can't have a DMO and say, okay, I'm going to do, and those of you guys that don't know what a DMO is, it's a daily method of operation. You can't have one of those and not do it with intention. You have to go in with saying, I'm going to do it. I'm going to accomplish what I've put before me. This is the intention I'm setting. And so the first thing when you go, okay, what do I want to do? How am I going to do this? I want you to commit to it. I want you to say, I'm going to do this. I'm going to commit to what I'm putting before me. One of the things, Tina, she's actually, she's going to be a guest on my podcast. In fact, I'm dropping the episode tomorrow. You want to listen to it. One of the things that her and I talked about was her superpower of being consistent. In order to be consistent, you have to be intentional. You have to know, why are you doing what you're doing? What's the purpose behind it? And you have to commit to it. And consistency, if you go in, sometimes what happens is I go in with this, okay, I gotta do all of this stuff, and it's so big and it's so overwhelming, and I shut down. But I don't have a plan, and it's overwhelming to me. And then I just go, no, I can't do it. I can't be consistent. Guess what, you guys? You actually, all of you are consistent. It just might not be in the way that you are wanting it to be. You might be consistent at being inconsistent. And I know that sounds a little weird, but I want you to think about that for just a second. You might say, Alicia, I can't be consistent. That's just not my jam. Well, 3 years ago, I was not consistent. In fact, I always said, that's one of the gifts that I want, or one of the traits that I want, or one of the abilities that I want. I want to be consistent. What I was consistent at being inconsistent. So know that you all have that ability to shift. You all have that ability to pivot and to commit. And it is so powerful. And so what you're doing here, when you begin to implement a DMO that actually is actionable, that you can continue to maintain, is you are switching your lifestyle and you're going, I can do this. I can do it. Because a DMO is not like hey, just do this once a month. It's doing it daily, right? And that's the power of it. That's why it's a daily method of operation. When you have a method in place, you can have this consistency that comes in. And how does that work, right? If you are starting your day off in this business or in anything, and you don't have some kind of structure, it is so easy to get distracted. It is so easy to lose the momentum. It is so easy to get discouraged because you have no way of tracking it. You have no way of dialing it in. So this is where it gets really fun. And I'm actually going to share my screen. And I don't know, Michelle or Abby, if either one of you guys are on, if one of you guys could share the DMO in the chat, might be super helpful. The link, or I can share it later, or maybe this is the one. And I know that Sarah and Tina talked about one the other day that was really good last week. This is one that I've had the privilege of using for the last 10 weeks, and it has been very powerful, very helpful in dialing things in. Now, what I want you guys to, I want you to first look at this, and I want you to just start reading through it. I don't want you to get overwhelmed because there's a lot of stuff in here. So I don't want you to look at this and go, oh my goodness, I have to do all of this. There is no way I can do it. It's okay. What about doing one or two things? What about for the first couple of weeks? You say, I'm going to do the first two. And those are pretty easy, you guys, because those are things that you should be doing the rest of your life. And I'll go into that. Or what happens if then after a couple of weeks, you add another one and then another one? And what you do is you begin to build habits. You begin to do what we call habit stacking. And it's just so powerful. At the end of this, and after I'm done showing you guys this, I do have some on my team that are going to also be sharing that they've been sort of walking through this DMO with me, and just the power of consistency in conversations and how that's helped shift things. So let me go into a little bit of detail on the power of each of these things that are here and why I have found them to be extremely valuable. And because it's so easy to just want to pick and choose, but there's power in all of them. So looking at the everyday, I want to pull up the chat in case if you guys are having questions as we go. Okay, hold on. Let's get into the chat. Then I'll get so distracted. So if you do have questions, feel free and I'll try to answer them as we go to you guys. Okay. First off, put in the chat, just even put a 1 in the chat if you are currently utilizing a DMO. Put a 1 in the chat. If you are not using a DMO, can you put a 2 in the chat? I would love to just see how many are using them and how many are not. What I would find interesting is the percentage of those of you that are currently using a DMO versus those of you who are not, of where you guys are at in your business, and are you seeing growth? And I would argue that those that are consistently utilizing a DMO they're going to be experiencing more growth than those that are not. And why is that? You'll see this as we go, because what happens is you're creating habits, you're growing your business. If you guys remember, like Tina said, so my life, I have 5 kids. I am a grandma. A couple of my kids are in a lot of sports. And so actively busy. In fact, let's see, we just completed indoor soccer season this weekend. And out of the last 2.5 months, I think we've had 6 weeks of just indoor soccer. In addition to that, I have now multiple businesses that I'm running. I'm on our local school board. We just completed a massive, huge search for a new superintendent, which we did interviewed 5 new candidates. It took us 2 days, crazy intense, right? And I share all this not to brag about, oh, I'm so busy with things. I share it with you because there is power in having a system in place that I can still accomplish my work while still having a crazy life. Because oftentimes we think it's this or that and we have to give up, and you don't have to. You just learn how to do it with intention. You learn how to do it in a way that can grow your business, not just all over the place. So the first one that I do that's absolutely essential, and this is for all of you guys, because we all need to be growing. We all need to be developing. And this I have found to be what has shifted me the most in this industry and in life in general is number 1, reading 10 pages or watching 10 minutes of self-development a day. This should be a non-negotiable for all of you. You have to be growing yourself. And why do I say that? Because I'll tell you, you are going to have somebody come to you in your messages and say, please leave me alone. I don't want you ever to message me again. And you're going to want to shut down and be like, why am I doing this? Oh my goodness. And it's going to deflate you. But here's the thing. As you begin to self-develop, as you begin to recognize who you are, the value that you bring, the gifts that you have, and you begin to adjust your mindset and you begin to learn to posture yourself, those no's will not shut you down. They will not just deflate you so quickly, because what you've been doing is you've been working on yourself. And what's so cool is in self-development, it applies to every area of your life. I know for me, I've had in the last couple of weeks, I've had some really, really hard situations that I've had to help work through when it comes to like working on the school board and all these kind of different, really challenging, really very, very hard situations to work through. Now, a couple of years ago, those situations would have probably either made me nauseous, sick to my stomach. I would have wanted to avoid it. I would have just tried to run the other way, it would have consumed me. But because of all the self-development that I have done over the last couple of years of growing myself, of learning how to recognize triggers that come up, of learning how to work through things in a healthy way, it didn't derail me. So this number one of doing self-development applies to every area of your life. My marriage, I look at my marriage. My husband and I just celebrated 17 years married, 20 years together just a couple of weeks ago, actually last week. Our marriage has never been better. And I can say, and it's powerful because there was quite a few years, it was tough. It was really tough. But because of all the self-development that I've done, we are in the best place that we've ever been because I've worked on me, because I've changed me. And so this is powerful. Okay, the next thing is writing down 3 things that you're grateful for. You can use, I know that even Tina has a spiritual gratitude journal. There's a lot of other options. You can just write it on a sticky note. It doesn't have to be anything crazy, but what does that do when you are intentional in writing down what you are grateful for? It helps to shift your perspective. It helps you to start, and I would encourage you actually even to do this first thing in the morning. This is how I start my day off in the most powerful. I wake up, the first thing I do when I wake up in the morning is I say, God, thank you for today. Thank you for everything that's going to happen. And I say that even on the days that I know I have some really intense meetings. I have some really big things that I have to work on. I have to do things that I really don't want to do. But I don't let those things determine how good my day is going to be. I choose first thing in the morning to be grateful. I choose first thing in the morning to find the things that will shift my day by being positive, by choosing to see the good in all things. Going back to one of these situations I'm dealing with on my school board, one of the people that I'm working with in the situation, he says, gosh, I'm really sorry that you're having to be a part of this. And I'm sure this isn't what you signed up for. And I told him, I said, that is not true. I said, this is the greatest privilege for me to be able to help out, to be involved in these moments. This is what I signed up for. And I'm choosing to be grateful in it. You guys, it is a choice that you get to make every day to choose to be positive. The powerful thing in that is it's not something that needs to be determined by what happens, what's going on around you, by what other people say, by what other people do. It is the choice that you have. And so when you start the habit of writing down 3 things a day that you are grateful for, you will experience a powerful shift in your life. And it'll be massive because you will get to the point to where all you want to see, all you can see is the positive. All you can see is the good in every situation, And I have yet to find a situation that I cannot see the positive. And I will tell you guys, I have been through some doozies, especially even lately, really, really hard. And yet I find the good in it. I find how I can still be grateful. It is so powerful. So these top 2, you guys, these should be non-negotiables in your life. End of story. I don't care where you are 5 years from now, if you're still with Trinot or not, I don't care. These 2 should be every single day in your life. And you will see the most powerful shifts occur in everything. And watch how people will even begin to notice. It's so cool. Okay. So then now we're going to get into the nitty gritty of how do we grow our business? How do we actually take and really start putting into practice everything that we're learning in these results rooms and on the builder bonus hours and all the different trainings. Okay, now what, Alicia? Those are great ideas. Now, how do I do it? So here's what I want you to look at. So here's some simple things. 1, did you complete 1 value touch point? Now, how do I look at? I look at, did you reach out? Did you connect with somebody, a customer, or your team. Oftentimes what ends up happening is we sign up either customers or our teammates, and then we don't follow back up. You should always be following up with your customers, always reaching out to them periodically. And there could be like a powerful example would be, I had a gal that reached out to me a few weeks ago, and I had messaged her back and forth, and it had been a week or two, and I thought, okay, I need to reach out. And I messaged her and I said, hey, how's it going? She said, Alicia, I did this, like, I'm not sure what's going on. Well, we dug into it, and Transform was not doing well with her because she had no gallbladder, and found out, okay, you can't, let's pivot and not be taking that. But here's the key in this. She didn't reach out to me. I reached out to her because I was continuing to follow up with her. So are you following up with your customers and your associates? And it does not have to be, when we talk about team too and associates, it shouldn't just be the people that you have signed up. It should be your downline, all the way down. Are you reaching out? Are you connecting? And making sure that you're doing at least one a day. It's such a powerful thing. It's an easy habit. And you can go into your back office and you can even just see who are all of your customers, who are all of your associates, and print it off or something, and then just be reaching out and just have a check off. Okay, this is the person I reached out to today and this person today. So that is one thing. The next thing is, did you post a reel or just a regular post? That, one of the things that I have found, in fact, I think it was on Instagram, I got like this little notification that I have now consistently not missed one single day for 374 days. How crazy. I didn't realize I had gone that long. I was like, oh my, 374 days. So now it's probably, I think, going over 400 now, but I am super consistent in posting. Nobody has to question if I'm still around or not on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok. Now, you don't have to be posting on all those. That's just what I built because I created a habit in one platform, and I was able to migrate into the other two seamlessly. But here's what I want to encourage you guys with. What used to take me probably an hour, I can now do in less than 10 minutes. I can create and post 3 reels and a single post in less than 10 minutes. How do I do that? It's because I started with doing one. I started doing it ugly and uncomfortable. I'm like, oh my goodness, I have no idea. And I look back and they weren't great, and that's okay. But I did it because it was a part of my non-negotiable DMO that I was committed to doing it. I didn't use the excuse if I don't know how to do it, I'm never going to be creative. Oh my goodness, they're horrible. It doesn't matter. I committed to it and I did it. So I would encourage you that this should be a huge part of what you're doing every day. Is you need to have at least one reel or post. If you want to do like me, do 3. I think it's super powerful. It's super helpful because remember, it is a very, very small percentage of your audience and your followers that are actually seeing your posts. So the more you post, there's a chance that they'll see it, right? What I do, let me just show you a little bit, share how I do this. So at night, as my husband are winding down for the day, it's usually about 9 o'clock. We're laying in bed watching TV, and I'm sitting there and I'm making reels. I use my Chat GPT, and I say, okay, I created like a 90-day schedule. So, okay, I'm on day, I think like 46 or something. Help me create my reels for tomorrow. And it will spit out, and I'll tweak it and go, okay, no, I don't want to do it quite like that. Let's tweak this. And okay, let's try, like right now, I'm just trying like 6-second reels, short and sweet. And actually, I'm putting a lot of text on it, so they're having to watch it. And then they're watching it again so they can finish reading it. But my point in that is I'm not coming up with all the ideas. ChatGPT is doing it for me. the greatest thing. If you're not using it, here's what I would encourage you to do. You need to reach out to your upline, reach out to a sideline, reach out to somebody, ask them to help you. You can also, we have trainings, we have tons of trainings on how to use ChatGPT. So some of this stuff, I'm not going to go into great detail because I want to focus on the DMO part, not the nitty gritty of it. So reach out to somebody that's using ChatGPT and say, okay, help me build mine. But it is the greatest resource. If you're not using it, you need it. It's powerful. And here's the deal, Lacey, I know you said you want to be authentic and not rely on AI. My AI, I use it so much that I feel it's very authentic to me. It's very, very authentic because I use it all the time and I tweak it. Like it doesn't, I don't have it just spit it out and go, okay, and I just copy and paste that. I tweak and go, wait, okay, nope, hold on, that didn't really sound like me. I want it like this a little bit. Let's tweak it. And I really massage it. And it is just a powerful thing, right? You gotta go. I don't know. I'm August. I'm literally in the middle of a training. See, it's the beauty of it, you guys, right? I have my kids running around, and here I am still being able to do what I love. So yeah, so I tweak it, I use it, I create, and then I have 3 reels and a post. And what I found when I first started, ChatGPT really wasn't a thing. And it was so overwhelming when I came up with posts. At that time, what I would do is I would go to the different leaders and I would look at their stuff and I would say, okay, what connects with me? What do I really like that they're posting? And I would actually, I would copy a lot of what they were doing that really connected with where my heart was or whatever. And I would use that. And it was such a great idea as well. So that's another suggestion. If you're like, Alicia, I'm not quite comfortable with ChatGPT, that's okay. Just go and see what other people are posting. You just want to make sure you tweak it and make it sound more like you. So making those posts, making those reels is huge, and it gains huge momentum. And actually, what I do want to do, I'm going to quit sharing the screen for just 1 second. And let's see, Dan, are you on? I want to unmute you. Can you share your experience? Because Dan is on my team and he has recently been really being super consistent in his posting and had a really awesome thing just happen. Dan, can you take a couple minutes to explain what happened for you?
I will see if I can do that. um, First of all, I was pushed as a kid to just be an individual, be a problem solver, and that has worked really well for me in my trucking and other activities. But when I started Trinont 2 years ago, it wasn't such a good thing being on your own, being independent. You need guidance and help. And being independent did not give me the skills to make a schedule and follow a plan. So having a DMO really does make that work out. So excuse me. I tried several DMOs in the last 2 years, and this last one that Alicia's sharing kind of did stick with me a little better. And I was following it and been posting a lot more better and consistently and kind of following it ish. It's one of those things, we're all human and can't always follow the schedule, but you do what you can. And in my posting, I hit a cue and I had a post go viral. And it is still out there and still slowly climbing, but it has gained me a lot of followers, over 500 followers from this one post that I can now work with on my business. So the key is consistency. Like Alicia has said, you want to be consistent out here, keep doing what we're doing, put stuff out there. You never know what's going to take off. I had no clue. I would had no idea that this post that I did was going to do what it did. And it just took off. And what it also did, it helped me find my tribe, my niche, the people that I need to be talking to the most, because I've been kind of searching for that. So the DMO helped me get focused. It helped me work on getting better posts out there. And it's something you can follow you should follow it regularly. And I am bad about that because I am independent. And it's a tough skill to get away from. But the DMO is a good thing. You follow the plan and it will help you.
Oh, that's awesome, Dan. Thank you so much. I'll tell you guys, go and check out his reel. It's a super simple reel. He's a truck driver and he just did a video. He didn't even add any special sound, nothing. He was just showing a glimpse of his life being a truck driver and having to wait. And he just showed all the semis all lined up and it resonated with people. Something so simple that I think we would just be like, oh, nobody's going to care about this. And we overlook it. And it was huge for him. But here's the thing. It's because he was consistently going, I'm going to grow myself. I'm going to challenge myself. I'm going to keep posting. Even when he wasn't always seeing the results, he didn't give up. So thank you, Dan. I really appreciate you sharing that. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so let's get back in. Let me show you guys a little bit more. And I do have a few more that I'm going to be calling on in a second, but let me show you a few more things in this that I do want to go over. So the other thing, okay, so we have the feed or the Dan Moore. Oh yes, thank you, Sharon. So we have the posts and the reels. And again, I oftentimes hear say, Alicia, I don't know how to do it. And I get that. I didn't either. And none of us do, right? The power is just learning how to do it, taking it one step at a time. It's the mindset up here that's going to stop you. You are capable of doing it. You can do it. Now you get to choose if you want to or not. So the next thing that's really powerful is stories. And the powerful thing with stories, you guys, is doing it. Yes, Dan? Oh, the powerful thing with stories, you guys, is you get to end up hearing or seeing who's viewing it. So in the reels and in posts, the only time that you know if somebody has seen it or if they even care about it is if they comment or if they like or heart it. That's it. There's no other way of tracking it. But in stories, you can actually see who is viewing it. So your stories last for 24 hours. Now you can go in, they are archived. So you have, I believe it's 2 weeks that you can actually see the archived ones and see what, who's actually viewed it. So if you're like, Alicia, I don't have anybody to reach out to, I would say, go and look at your stories. Who's been watching your stories? And just go and connect with them. And you can do, I'll show, here's one of the powerful resources that we have, the Telegram social media page. If you're not in that chat, you can actually go back into Legacy Makers and under our main introduction video, that link's in there. There's tons of different posts in there. And I don't just look at the new ones. I scroll way back and I go, okay, what are some other good ones that are back there that are talking about the different products or the different testimonials? So there's always options. Another powerful thing with stories is you get to have fun little glimpses of your life in it. There's a lot of things I share in my stories that I don't share on just my feed. And I have a little more fun in my stories. And could be a great way for you to sort of break in and start sharing a little bit more about what's going on and talking a little bit about, like, here's a fun story. So today my brother calls me and he's like, hey, my neighbors, they're going to be moving and we're going through their garage. You should come over and see all this stuff that they have. So of course, I'm always all about a good deal. And I go over there. And I got I think it was 5 bags, massive, like the 30-gallon bags of vintage clothes. You guys, I mean, oh my goodness, these clothes are so cool. You better believe I'm putting it in my stories. Now I might create a reel on it later, but right now I'm just sharing in my stories and it's so much fun. Oh, you have 30 days, Ashley? Thank you. Okay. I can remember if it was 30 days or 2 weeks. This is a fun way to start sharing who you are, especially because a lot of times you're gonna be like, Alicia, I don't know what it doesn't line up maybe with what I'm posting in my reels and on my feed. your stories can just be about anything. And so have fun with those, be consistent with those, create a habit. So for me, I will oftentimes post my stories at the beginning or the end of the day. And instead of doing it throughout, sometimes I'll do it throughout, but I just try to create a consistency and a pattern or a habit, either at the beginning or the end, and just dumping things in. Another one that you need to be looking at is follow-up. Now, here's something I was thinking about today is there's a few, like I, of course, have lots of network marketers that are on my feed and some that sell, makeup and all these kind of things. I'm like, man, it'd be really fun. I talked with them a little bit. Gosh, I really would like to buy their makeup. And what I thought was really interesting is here I have this idea in my head, and yet I'm not reaching out to them. But I will tell you that if they probably messaged me today or anytime coming up soon, I probably would jump on it and buy it. But they're not following up. So how many times is the same thing happening for us? We are not following up. It's not that people don't want to buy and they don't want to experience what you're experiencing. It's just they are not reaching out. So being consistent on follow-up is so important. So important. Most of the things that I've ever bought in my life, I didn't buy it the first time, or I had to look at it quite a few times and then I bought it. So that's the same for our people that we're reaching out to and connecting with. So follow-up is so important. Make sure that you are following up. Target 10. If you don't have 10, that's okay. Then do 1. What I do, actually, you guys can see, I have a list. Now, I do know that other people, I think like Snarns, they all have like these awesome lists. I have like the cheap little notebook from Walmart. In fact, it was probably one of my kids from school and they didn't use it. And I just have a list of names in there. And what's really cool is because I've been keeping track so much throughout the last couple of years, I have names that I go back and I follow up with 2.5 years later. This is really powerful. Just don't overthink it. Oftentimes we overthink it. Just get a notebook. It's okay. It's super simple. So have the notebook for follow-up. Conversations. This is when we talk about conversations, one of the things that's really powerful is we forget that all this is all about. What we do here is just relationship building. It's just building connections. It's just taking the time to connect with people. And so when you start switching your perspective and just go, I just want to connect. That's where you can start doing the 5 connections a day, just conversations. Don't overthink it. Just reach out. And you're right. You're going to have some people that are not going to respond, and that's okay. But what about the people that do? And I would also say that this is part of in life too. It was really cool. I was at a soccer banquet the other night, and yes, I feel like my life is consumed with soccer. I have a lot of kids that play in it. But we were at a banquet and I was sitting at the table, and one of the gals I was visiting with, her and her mom were there, and they were there for their niece, cheering her on. And so we just visited, just had a great conversation. And it was really cool because then as we were leaving, she says, hey, I just had a great time with you tonight. I want to find you on Facebook and connect with you. And so she sent me a friend request, and we've just been messaging back and forth. And what's powerful is remember, you guys, because if you go back to the top of this DMO, I have stuff that I'm posting about Trinot, about network marketing, about growing a team, about being healthy, about different products, that when she goes and she follows me, she's going to know like, interesting. And we're going to have that connection. So start conversations. It doesn't have to be online. It can just be in person. The next thing is you want to be ATMing people. This is the key to what we have here. That is so important. And it's easy to get distracted from this and lose this, but it's just following up with people and ATMing them. What is ATMing? It's adding them into the Look Good, Feel Good group. tagging them in some kind of message. What's super powerful is right now we are constantly doing challenges going every month. Nicolette is a rock star in this, and she has been posting different things. And I know there's a lot of other people that are helping with it as well. So you always have something that you can tag somebody in. As simple as, hey, I don't know if you saw this, but we're doing this really fun challenge this month, and it's all on what you're drinking and being aware of all the different like sugars and all the different products that you're taking in and all that. Would you want to know more? Boom, that's it. And then you just can message them and go, hey, I just want to make sure I tagged you in a post. I think it would be really helpful for you. And that's it. It's that simple. That is what ATMing means, is adding them into the group, tagging them, and messaging. Also, go back and make sure that you are tagging people that have already been in their group for a while. So if you're like, Alicia, I feel like I don't have anybody to add. Okay, then go follow up and tag the people that are already in there and let them see it, because they're not seeing it always in their feed. So the last thing I want to focus on, and then I have a few people on my team that I have asked them to share a little bit, is products. You message them. Yes. So Lauren, I said you can take them in different posts. So like so you tag them in something else. Now, a couple weeks later, you tag them in the new challenge. Hey, did you see the new challenge that we're doing? Or if you see a post that pops up and you're talking and you know that, man, I know their pain point. I think this would be very helpful for them. I'm going to tag them in it. And then you message them, because they might not see the tag. Don't assume that they are going to see it. You need to tag them in it or message them. I apologize. So the last thing is focusing on what products. Oftentimes we get so excited and we talk about all of our products, and it can be a little overwhelming, right? And so you want to just dial it in and just really focus on even 1 or 2 products at the most. Because here's the thing, if you're doing it well and you're following up with them and you're messaging them, they will very quickly find that there's so many amazing products. So for me, my 2 main focuses I've been focusing on for the last couple of months is Mojo and Glow. Those are my jam. I take Activate, I take Transform, Enrich, all that. But I've really been focusing on Mojo and Glow. And so when people see my posts, they and it just keeps going in their head. I've had some people, I need to buy that Mojo. They just talk about it over and over and over again. So focus on that. And you can just, as simple as, did you talk about it? Did you help solve problems? And it gives you a guideline. So again, you guys, I want to stress with this DMO, you don't have to do all this and feel overwhelmed. But it's giving you a guideline going, here's some ideas. Here are things that will help you grow. Now, if you're saying, Alicia, I really want to grow my business, I'll tell you, if you do this, it's going to be massive for you. It's going to be really huge. But it's giving you an outline. It's giving you something to work towards to help grow your business and to just start seeing some momentum. I think, let me scroll down a little bit and see, that should be it on there. Oh, hold on. My screen's a little goofy. Okay. Yes. So that's it. That's all. It's super simple, you guys. There's nothing crazy about what I have in this DMO. Nothing crazy. It's super simple, but it builds. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. And then I would like to, let's see, I have my amazing friend Jan on. Jan, I'm going to ask you, I'm going to unmute you. And if you could just share some of your experience in the last few weeks as we've been working through this. Let me see if I'm asking you to unmute. Did it pop up? Let's see. See if it pops. Okay, try it again. There we go.
There.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, I really have to say that I have really enjoyed doing this sprint with you, because the DMO finally clicked with me. I had seen several other DMOs and tried to work them, and I guess I just maybe wasn't ready, or I just wasn't connecting. I have to agree with Dan, because you just don't know who things are going to connect with. And I had saved scripts all over the place. I had them in notebooks all over the place. And then when I wanted a script, I couldn't find it. So I finally got smart and put my scripts in my phone, in my notes, and categorized them so that they were like invitations, follow-ups, products, birthday messages. And I've learned to keep them short and to always ask questions to get the conversations going. At first, I was just saying happy birthday to people on the birthday messages. I hope you're having a great day. Well, then I finally realized that I needed to ask questions so that they would respond back, just asking something simple if they had any plans for the day, or do you have anything exciting going on? Just some simple question. And then, and I started doing that with almost all of my messages. And I had messaged someone that I hadn't really had contact with in a long time. And I just used a script, and then she responded back and said, yeah, I've been following you. I've been thinking about reaching out to you. And it's like someone I hadn't had contact with in a very long time. She ended up buying $600 worth of stuff last month, and she bought it again this month. So I'm really finding out that we just never know who is going to respond to our messages. So I'm just so thankful that I did that with you, because it has definitely changed my whole DMO. I finally started doing that.
Jan, I love, and let me just break a little bit on Jan, you guys. So Jan is, if you don't mind me telling your age, Jan is 72.
No problem.
And I always so her and I work out at the gym in the morning as well. And she is a rock star in the gym with me. But Jan is such a testament of somebody that said, wait a second, I want to live with intention. I want to grow. I want to learn. I want to shift my life. And to me, it's the most inspirational thing to watch her. And just, she is the most coachable, hungry person that I know, that like, when I say, hey, why don't we try it this way or that way? And I know she even meets a lot with Sarah too. And we just get to pour into her, and she just soaks it up. And it is so powerful, because not only has she just changed and grown in her business, but I know, and Jan, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's just changed you as a person.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I
Like,
have
it's
realized that it is never too late to start something new. It's never too late to change, and it's never too late to grow. At first, I felt like, why did I wait so long? God, why didn't you bring this to me sooner? But God has a plan, and whatever that purpose is, I'm in for it.
it's so powerful. Oh my goodness, Jan, I just love you so much. And
I love you too.
it's such a privilege working with you. And so, and I would encourage you guys, I know Jan and Dan are both going to be at convention. And
Mm-hmm.
if you guys are going to be there, make sure you go up and say hi to them and hear their story and how they've continued to push through. They've both been here for what, you guys, over 2 years, both, right?
No,
How long
about
have you been here? Dan's two.
just barely 2 years.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
started actually taking the products 2 years ago this month, but then I signed up in August, I think.
Yeah. And Jan and her husband have a powerful story on the products. I mean, mind blowing, powerful, life changing. So thank you, Jan. I appreciate you. Let's see.
Thank
I
you.
know, Sophie, do you want to share anything on the DMO and what do you feel comfortable sharing, Sophie?
Well, I can tell you that this format, this DMO, is by far my favorite of all the DMOs I've learned. It's just so simple, and it's so easy to do, and I absolutely love it. And it's gotten me into a rhythm and excuse my voice, I just got over the flu. It got me into a rhythm and was a consistent basis, because I just pull it out. I print out like 7 a week, and I filled what dates and everything and what my goals are for each day and what I want to do, and it's getting done. And I've had other DMOs before, and it was never that simple. For some reason, this one just speaks to me. And I think when you're looking for things, you got to find what works for you. What might work for me might not work for you, and that's totally okay. That doesn't mean it's wrong. It just means you need to tweak it. And I love it. So, and I
thank
love
you
our
so
little group. We're having so much fun.
It has been really amazing. And I think it's one of those things, you guys, we're just choosing to be intentional on this stuff. We're choosing to learn and to grow and to pivot and to recognize that like there's so much more that we're learning and then just, oh, I got to post and I got to follow up and I got a message. We're learning that we can be consistent. We're learning that we can bring value to others. And it's just powerful. Let me see. I think I maybe have a few more on my team that's on here that wants to share, but I'm not seeing for sure.
Also, I wanted to add, it's not hard
Yes.
to accomplish either. It's not scary anymore. Where before I was like, oh God, I got to follow up. It's not anymore. It's just, it's so much. It's like now I look forward to following up because I let go of that fear and let go of that persona that, oh, they're going to think I'm weird or they're going to think I'm spamming. No, I'm just trying to be consistent and I'm just trying to share some really great information. If you want it, great. If you don't, move on. And I'm not tying myself to the outcome anymore like I used to. That makes a big difference too.
It's so powerful. Like, that's massive because we don't allow it to just derail us. We disconnect from the response and we just know that, okay, I'm just going to reach out. And you guys, we don't know who we could impact or not. Sarah and I, we've talked about this in the past. That simple yes, when I said yes to this, I had no idea. Sarah and I have known each other for many, many, many years. And it's changed my life. And what happens if that one person that I just need to reach out to and I just need to follow up with, what happens if it changed their lives? But I put me and I keep stopping. Oh, nope, I don't want to reach out. Nope. What happens if they say no? Instead of just saying, I'm just going to reach out. I'm just going to reach out and let them decide. Because you have no idea how their life could change. My life is forever changed because of that one yes. And I know that a lot of you would feel the same. Okay, so just so you guys know, the DMO, I will share it or Tina or Michelle, I don't know who's going to post the recording of this. Would you guys just attach it to the video? Or we probably
it won't attach to the video in Facebook groups. It won't let you do a file and the DMO, but we could put it in a Google Doc maybe in the link, or we'll just post it in a separate file in the group.
Okay. So it will be posted in there. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah. So it will be in there. And again, tweak it. There's other great DMOs. This honestly though has been the most powerful DMO that I have found in almost 3 years. Like it really connected with me because it's more than just send 5 messages, reach out. It's simple little things like doing the self-development, doing the gratitudes, reaching out to a teammate or whatever. Can you put it in the chat? I don't know, Michelle, or can somebody put it in the chat? And it might have been in the chat earlier. Let me see. We'll try to put it in the chat before we close out. Is there anybody have any questions or any comments or anybody else that is working on this current DMO that we have just a few minutes before we wrap up that wants to share their results with the DMO? You can take a minute if you guys want. If not, we can wrap this up. We can wrap up a few minutes early and
I'm going to get it sent to you. Give me just 2 seconds.
Okay. You're amazing. Thank you. I appreciate you.
I can, this DMO
Yes, Lorena,
for
there
me,
you are. Yes, thank you.
I joined the group and I've had some issues that have come up, which, life gets in the way. And I'm actually in North Carolina right now. I live in Idaho, but my daughter got hurt. And so I flew down here to help her with the baby. And this DMO, I'm not, because of illness and different things, I haven't been totally consistent, but I do something on this DMO every day. And once I get this life settled a little bit, it's going to be fantastic. I love this one. And I'm like the other two. I have not found one that really fits me, but this one I read. And honestly, Alicia, Donnie has never been involved that much. He is posting every single day because we started on this thing and he's seen that we've done the replays, and he's posting every day about something about Trinot. And then he's like, I need something else. And I'm like, you deliver propane, you drive, you're on the road all the time. Tell that story. And this was before Dan's went viral, by the way. So he's like, well, that's a good idea. So he's got 2 or 3 things going every single day because of this. And he was one of those ones that, okay, you made me take the stuff. I like the stuff, but I'm not going to do that. And now he's like doing it better than I am every day.
That's so
So-
awesome. I will say, Lorianne, too, as Sarah and I were talking just about you the other day, and not only have I just seen a massive transformation in you the last couple of years, just in your post, but and definitely physically. I mean, it's so powerful what these products have done for you, but just that I feel like you are such a different person from when you joined to where you are, and the massive growth. Like, it has been the biggest privilege to be part of this journey with you, and to just like watch you and Donnie and just see you guys. I'm just so grateful.
Yeah,
for
I
both
didn't
of
want to
you,
go.
so you know.
I mean, I would go live a little bit, but like, oh, I'll go live this week, or I'll do this, or I'll share that, or I'll go live when we're traveling. And I love to post when I'm traveling because a lot of people don't go anywhere, and they love when I do that. And I worked for the Spirit of Halloween this year, and I'm a Halloween girl. And I posted, I put on a costume every day that I worked, and I posted that. And I'm still getting people going, I love when you post it every day. And I'm like, so, sometimes I get on there and go, I just rattle on. It's like, well, it may work, it may not. And I go, that was awful. And I get more comments on the ones that I think are awful than I do the ones that flow.
You never
So-
know. I'm always trying to figure out how it connects with people. But you guys, you just never know the lives that you're impacting. You never know whose life could be changed. And just reaching out and just following up and just messaging people. I know somebody had a question of how often do you follow
Hey,
up?
real
especially
quick,
if they say-
Alicia, I did
Yeah.
post the graphic of it. It's in the group right now. I'll put it under featured. I was
Okay,
having a
okay.
heck of a time with the link to it. So I'll get
Okay.
Michelle to figure that one out for me. But I got
Okay.
I screenshot it and put it in the groups. They have the graphic.
Okay. In the Legacy Makers. Okay, perfect. Thank you. I appreciate that. So yeah, you guys just go into Legacy Makers. So it's there. And here's the powerful thing about that is you can actually then tag your team in it and share it with your team. How to do a reel. We would have trainings in Legacy Makers for reels. If you just scroll through, watch, I think actually also in legacymaker.net. But here's the other thing. There's just, is it not in there?
So legacymaker.net is temporarily shut down because, and before you jump off here, yes, there's a big surprise coming next week. So we do not officially have a team website right now. It had to be temporarily shut down while we transition everything over. If you've seen me not paying attention, I promise you I'm not ignoring Alicia and being disrespectful. I have been hard at work on the edits. They sent me the final edits. And so I've been over here hard at work on the final edits. But we are going to officially launch it next Sunday night on the results room. So make sure that you and everyone in your team gets on. You're going to be blown away by what's been built. It has been literally, you guys, 10 months in the making. Like, this is no small potatoes. And you guys are going to be blown away how it's going to help you get people started faster, how it's going to help your customers get connected and be able to know how to use their products and stay on their products longer and buying other products from you. And so just make sure that next Sunday night you feel the Zoom, because that's what we're going to do next week, because we're going to launch this thing. So I'm excited. Back to you.
It's going to be massive. So you guys don't want to miss it. Yes. And the Legacy Makers is the Facebook page, you guys, that we're talking about in the meantime. But you guys if you can't find the information, just Google how to make a reel. It's so easy. You could YouTube it. I don't want to say it's so, but it is. Just go and Google it. Just figure it out. Make it messy. Do it messy. It's okay. Just do it. And watch as you begin to build confidence. Go, wait a second. I can do this. And you will begin to experience a mind shift change that's just super, super powerful. Okay, guys, one quick reminder. Tomorrow, Heidi Draper is doing Conversations to Commissions. You do not want to miss out on that training. It is tomorrow, or overview, it's a training. training tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern. You don't want to miss it. Guys, thanks for being on here. I so appreciate all of you guys. I hope you took something away from this and we all learned something. I'm super blessed by all of you guys. Have a spectacular night. Tina, you are going to have to close us out because I'm just on the leave. So.
No, I got you, girl. Now, everyone, jump on tomorrow night with Miss Katie Draper. She's going to be training again on the Conversations to Commissions Challenge to help you get your very first accelerator bonus in the new accelerator bonus program. And it is not too late for you to come to the convention. I actually was just talking to someone yesterday who finally said yes and bought their flight and is coming. So it is not too late for you to come to convention if you've not decided. I'm telling you, you're going to want to be there. It's going to be so much fun. Who's got all their glow party gear? I literally just ordered all of mine on Amazon today. It's going to be wackadoodle and I'm really excited about it. And we cannot wait to see you tomorrow night on the Conversations to Commissions Challenge with Miss Katie Draper. I'll be there. See you guys soon.